Hi everyone, in this tutorial we are going to go over the design and making of a keyring. I have two examples here at the moment that I've gone through, and this is what I'm going to show you guys. So as you can see, we're going to be using a cylinder, some text, and in my example here I've actually created two different ones. As you can see, I've got quite a square looking one, and then with this particular one I've tried to round off the edges a bit more, and we're going to be in this tutorial using the Boolean modifier difference. We're going to be using it quite a few times actually. So let's get started. I'm just going to open up a new file, and I want to start with a cylinder. So add my cylinder there, and as you can see I've got 64 vertices, which I've actually changed earlier, and that will give us a more rounded look to it rather than sort of square look if we scale it up. So I'll just zoom in on it, and what I want to do is I want to flatten it, so I'm just going to scale it on the Z. Now I want quite a chunky keyring so that it's easy to find and grab in my bottomless handbag, and for the particular shape I sort of want a more oval look to it. You guys of course can use whatever shape you want. So I'm just going to go into top view 7 and 5 being ortho. Now I'm going to go into edit mode, so I'll press tab and I'll just unselect everything with A. I want to make sure that when I select everything it will select everything and not just the visible things, so I'll click on that lovely little icon there, and I want to be selecting the edges, the vertexes. So I'll press B to make my selection, and I'm just going to select everything on that half. I'll double check it has selected, yes, 7 again on my number pad, and I'm just going to pull it out to the side, so I'll grab that arrow, and I'm going to go, I think, with that sort of shape. I just pan across. Now actually what I might do is change it slightly. A to unselect, B to reselect. This time I'm going to select everything in that half and pull it out that way a bit as well. Right, I think I'm happy with that. Just have a look from all the angles. Great. Now if you want yours to have a more smooth look to it, what we need to do is add some loop cuts. So I'm just going to press 3 to go into right ortho view, A to unselect everything, and I'm going to go Control R to add some loop cuts. I think I'll add in 4. That's great. Enter and enter again. And then what I'm going to do is unselect everything, B to reselect, and I'll just select the top part there and double check yes. Now what I want to do is scale it by 0.9. Enter, unselect, reselect the next row of vertices there, vertexes, and I want to scale that by 0.95. Great. Of course you guys can experiment with what you're doing, and on the opposite side, A to unselect, B to reselect, I'm going to do the same thing, so I'll scale S 0.95, sorry that one was 0.9, undo, scale 0.9, unselect, reselect, grab those ones, scale those ones by 0.95, enter. So we've got a bit more of a rounded look to everything. I'm still not quite happy with these edges here, they're quite sharp looking, So what I might do is add in another loop cut into that section there. I'll just click and whoops, click again, sort of in the middle. A to unselect, B to reselect, grab that top row and scale that into 0.95. That's better, a bit happier with that. So I'll do the same at the bottom here, Control R, add a loop cut there, unselect, reselect, bottom layer, scale 0.95. Right, a bit happier with that shape. It's going to be a bit more rounded and curved on the edges. Okay, top view, number 7, and tab to go back to object mode. Right, I'm quite happy with that shape, so when you are, you can then go ahead and add your text. I'm going to press tab, delete that. I want SAML written on my keys so that anybody finds them anywhere around school, they can return them to me. Unfortunately, in the first part of this year, I have had many issues with losing my keys. Right, F for the font, I want to extrude it, I think, by about 0.3. I'm not going to change the bevel on this one. And I will space the letters out a little bit more. Okay, so it's looking good there. I'll just move that in a bit more and move my text out the front and start positioning it. Right, I'll go into right ortho view and just get it sort of positioned about centered that way, and I'll drag it down a bit closer. 7 to go into top view, make sure it's centered. It's pretty good size actually. I'm lucky I've scaled it right. You guys might need to scale it a bit more to adjust your name to get it to fit. So just double checking. Okay, what I'll do is I'll drag that down into place, and if I press Z, I can go into wireframe mode. So what I'll do is I'll put it down about that far into it, not quite halfway, and then that way if you want to put something in the other side as well, they're not going to meet in the middle and make a real big mess. Okay. What I need to do is convert my text to a mesh, so Alt-C, convert to mesh. Then if I right click on my cylinder, Boolean modifiers, difference, with the text, apply. And if I right click on my text and drag that away, you can see in the mesh it's created it. And Z to go back, and there we go, a beautiful SAML in my keyring. Okay, what I might do is actually flip my keyring over and put SAML on the other side as well. So what's bottom view on the keypad? Not sure. View, bottom, Control 7. Okay, now obviously I need to rotate my text, so I'm going to rotate it R on the x-axis 180. Great, pull that down into position and drag that over. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Just pull it down a bit. Go back to, sorry, number 3, right view. Zoom in a bit. Just check it from all angles. I'll just drag it back that way. Okay, it's looking good. Back to number 3, right view, and I'm just going to press Z to go into wireframe and check its position. I want to do it around about the same as the opposite side. So if I put it there, I'm just going to even that up as well. Perfect, right there. So if I right click on my cylinder, add modifier, Boolean, back to difference, with the text, apply, right click on that, move it out of the way, and as you can see, awesome, it's on both sides. I'm going to delete that now, I don't need that anymore. Now I need to make the hole for the actual keychain. Z to go out of wireframe view. I'll just get the position of that better. Sorry, number 7, top ortho. And I want to add a cylinder. And this is going to be for our hole, for the split ring to go into. Scale it down. Move it so I can see it a bit better. Move that into position. Hello, I wonder if you can all hear my dog barking in the background. Okay, I'm going to scale it on the Z, make it a bit longer. Quite happy with that. Remember, it needs to be long enough to go through both sides. So that's about it. Go back to Z, top view, and I want it sort of about halfway in between. So 1, 2, 3, probably about there. Remember, you need to get it quite close to the edge as well, so that the split ring reaches it. Right, that's looking good. Let's do our difference modifier. With the cylinder, apply, right click on that, move that out of the way. Yes, we have success. Delete my cylinder. A beautiful looking key ring, which I think I might even save and print. Good luck creating yours, guys. I hope you come up with a really awesome design. I look forward to seeing them when you email them to me. And remember, I'll 3D print those that are awesome. Have fun.